beautiful people. Thank you so much for tuning in, watching, and listening. This is going to be the mid-June 2022 reading for the zodiac sign of Pisces. As always, my readings are very intuitive, so I'll provide you with any intuitive messages that I receive, as well as the meaning of the tarot cards. I do, however, recommend you check out your sun, moon, and rising just to get a full picture of everything that's going on for you. It's totally fine if you find this video a few days before the middle of the month, a few days after the middle of the month. You're going to find it when you need it, Pisces. It could even be 2 years from now. Again, you'll find it when you need it. And if you haven't done so already, please do subscribe to my YouTube channel. When you subscribe, that helps me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. But let's go and jump in and get started. And column number 1, we're going to take a look at what's wrapping up and coming to a close, so last few weeks or month. Column 2, we're going to take a general look at the remainder of June. We're going to do a money column, a love column, and in the 5th and final column, we're going to do a message from our future self or spirit guides. We're also going to take a look at your crystal of the month, do 3 yes or no questions for you, and do a healing note. But let's see here, pulling a summary card for, again, column number 1, which is what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So we have the card Balance. I love the card Balance. There's no better feeling, Pisces, than having balance in your life, honestly. Such a good place to be. So hopefully a lot of you are feeling really balanced coming off the last few weeks. Things have just been a good groove. You've been level-headed. All around things feel good here. But let's see what messages we have. The first card that we have is the Ten of Cups. For those of you that have listened to my readings before, you know the Ten of Cups is my favorite card in the entire deck. It's the card of everything, basically. We have this beautiful full rainbow with all the cups. We have a happy couple, kids playing, there's water running, the grass is green, there's a house in the background. It's a card of family, contentment, total love, and support. It really doesn't get much better than the Ten of Cups type energy. The next card that we have is the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is a card of heartbreak, divorce, loss, depression. I do feel like some of you have lost somebody these last few weeks, and for that I'm really sorry. Grieving does seem to be coming through pretty strong for some of you. For some of you Pisces, there is some healing that needs to happen. When we have the Three of Swords, this is about pulling the sword from our own heart, which is like doing the healing on our own. So I do feel like some of you have done some healing these last few weeks, possibly some healing and or some grieving. Then at the bottom we have the Strength card. The Strength card is a card of self-love, self-respect. This is also really like unconditional love. So going back to that Ten of Cups, this is like a really good place to be. And then at the bottom we have the Lion here, and that is an indicator of courage. So always a reminder to be courageous. But again, this is what's wrapping up and coming to a close. So these are things that you have already been doing or feeling. But let's clarify out this column here. The first clarifying card we have is the Seven of Cups. If you look at the Seven of Cups, there's something different in every one of these cups. When I see this is like busy, and even though it's been busy, you've been so balanced and you have this perfect contentment, Ten of Cups type energy. So you've just done such a good job, Pisces, of juggling all of the things that have happened these last few weeks. The next card that we have is the Ten of Pentacles. The Ten of Pentacles is a card of leaving a legacy. And interestingly enough, it's like you need to heal what's going on in order to move forward. When we're talking about leaving a legacy, that's future. So again, there's this healing that has to happen in order to be able to move forward and be happy and healthy. So glad to see that this happened, this healing happened. When I see the Ten of Pentacles too, this is also like a card of retirement or inheritance. So I do think for some of you, this person that passed away very well could have been a parent or grandparent. It might not have been, but that does seem to be a message that's coming through there. Then at the bottom here, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Again, for those of you who've watched my readings, you know the Wheel of Fortune is one of my favorite cards in the entire deck. So you got them both in just this first column here. But the Wheel of Fortune is a card of good fortune, good luck, and it really indicates turning point with the wheel. So in general, will definitely be a time too with the Strength card where we're entering into a period where you are having more self-love, you're having more self-respect. This unconditional love is surrounding you, which is really beautiful. And then also a time where you just have more courage too, which is good. Now we're going to take a look at our next column, which is just general, what's going to happen through the end of June. We have the card Unity. Likely you'll be feeling some more unity these next few weeks, but let's see what messages we have here, Pisces, and see what else I can give you. The first card that we have is the Six of Cups. The Six of Cups is a card of nostalgia. It's also a card of reflection, so you could be reflecting back on some of the things that have happened in general, or maybe even this year so far. It can also be a card of reunions or gifts, though too you see these two people being reunited, or the passing of this cup and flower to another person. We're going to clarify that and see what other messages we get. Obviously lots of meanings associated with that first card. Our second card is the King of Pentacles. The King of Pentacles is very reliable, very hardworking, very patient. This is a card about being solid and practical. Then this needs to be you, and I'm not saying it's not already you, Pisces, but look to be solid and practical in all of the things that you do. This can also be a good indicator of a wise investment. So some of you may have some new investment opportunities coming up in the end of June, and you'll want to capitalize on those investment opportunities if they're there. Then at the bottom we have the Page of Pentacles. Again, this is very patient, but this is an indicator of new job, raise, or some sort of money news. So like to see that. That could be that gift as well as gift of money with that Page of Pentacles. But let's clarify and see here. The first card that we have is the Five of Pentacles. The Five of Pentacles is a card of worry. This can also be a card of isolation. And interestingly enough, these are kind of saying opposite things here, because with the Six of Cups, this could be a reunion, but this could also be isolation as well. What I'm going to say about this reunion is if you do have a reunion these next few weeks, it's likely something that's not going to last. I do see you re-isolating yourself from this reunion. Additionally, I feel like this reflection is kind of causing some worry, but it shouldn't be. It's almost like you're like, should I have made this decision, or should I have done this one thing? But Pisces, we do have to be confident in all things that we do and have done. So if you get into some period of reflection, I wouldn't question any of these decisions if possible. So try and avoid that worry when possible. The next card we have is the Nine of Pentacles. So we have the King of Pentacles, the Page of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles, all which are really, really good money cards. The Nine of Pentacles is a card of luxury, self-sufficiency, financial gain. So again, this, and it may not be an investment opportunity for some of you, but in general, there does seem to be new money coming in, and for many of you, it will be in the form of investment. So money, money, money there. And then at the bottom, we have the King of Swords. The King of Swords is very intentional, very strategic, very long-term. So whatever this money move is, it's something that's very good for you in the future. Interestingly enough, too, I was telling you that, like, some of you could be reflecting back and be like, why did I do that? And I wouldn't. This is, the King of Swords is saying you're set up well. It's been intentional. It's very strategic. You've positioned yourself well, Pisces. Now let's move on to our next column, which is anything related to money. So think job, career, finances, businesses you run, investments you have, really anything that you associate with money, Pisces. The first card that we have is the Six of Pentacles. The Six of Pentacles is a very generous card. This is a card of giving or receiving help. I do see some of you making some charitable donations. It could be both and or financial, or your time. Charity seems to be kind of coming in here. Volunteer work seems to be coming into play. Anytime I see this card, though, it's almost like a worry, like, not a worry, excuse me, a warning, to make sure that you're not giving too much, taking too little. Generosity is a very fine balancing act. You see that he has the balancing beam in the hand there. The next card that we have is the Justice card. The Justice card is a card that's always favorable for you, Pisces. This is cause and effect. It's win-win. I like to see this card in the money column. It's because it's like you've been working hard on this and now you're going to be getting the benefits of it. Again, that cause and effect type energy. Also a balance on here. So you do have 2 cards with balance. So just be aware of that. That balance is going to be really important. We had balance the last few weeks, but balance seems to be an important message going into these next few weeks as well. The Justice card, though, is also a good card for like legal matters, contracts, things of the court. So if you're looking for like a court cash settlement or something of those lines, or alimony or child support, or really any sort of money, or like a car accident payout, whatever it may be, this is a good card for court hearings. Favorable for you, of course. Then at the bottom we have the Queen of Pentacles. I like to see the Queen of Pentacles in the money column because this is a card of being resourceful. This is you making good money choices. This is you being resourceful with the resources that you have. So again, like to see that Queen of Pentacles in our money column. Well, let's see what other cards we have coming through here. The first card we have is the Four of Wands. The Four of Wands is a card of celebration. So there definitely could be something that's being celebrated. This is also a card of family and friends. So likely this giving or receiving won't be associated with a coworker per se, but it's going to be more of family or friend. The next card that we have is the Knight of Cups. Interestingly enough, the Knight of Cups is usually a love card. It's a card of like Prince or Princess Charming. It's very romantic, but it also means proposal. So this again could be some sort of legal contractual document of some sort. But I would anticipate there be some proposal related to work. Again, this could be a new investment opportunity, a new job opportunity. But that proposal doesn't necessarily have to be love. It could be a business or financial proposal as well. Then at the bottom we have the Two of Pentacles. The Two of Pentacles is a card of weighing your options. It's really also kind of that balancing act, that multitasking between many different things happening. But again, we have the Queen of Pentacles that's saying that you're really balancing your portfolio well, you're balancing your spending and income well. Overall, again, that Queen of Pentacles meaning that you're being resourceful with your money. So things are looking good there. Now we're going to take a look at our next column, which is anything related to love. So think family, friends, relationship, children, anything that you associate with love, Pisces. The first card that we have is the Ten of Swords. If you look at the Ten of Swords, this card is a little gloomy. The sky is dark, the person is laying down, there's lots of swords stuck into them. Some of you feel like you're in a really low spot with love. We're going to clarify that, but typically that's a card of pretty low feelings. The next card that we have is the Ace of Pentacles. Anytime we have an Ace card, this is typically a card of new money. So this is, anytime we have an Ace card, this is a card of newness. Sorry, blending my sentences there. But with the Ace of Pentacles, this is job, raise, promotion, investment, some sort of new income. When I see it in this column, though, it's typically like your spouse or whoever you're in a relationship with or whoever you live with. This is like new money surrounding you when I see it in the love column. Then at the bottom here, we have the Six of Wands. Love to see the Six of Wands anywhere in the reading. This is a card of victory, award, recognition, good news, success. More so than that, it's like this shift of energy that's coming the next few weeks from going from this low place to these much more higher vibration feelings, much more positive feelings. But there does seem to be like relationship success happening. It sounds silly, but there's going to be some sort of victory as it relates to love. So we'd be curious what that is for you. But let's clarify and see what other messages I can give you here. The first clarifier we have is the Fool. The Fool is a card of new beginnings, fresh hope, taking chances, going on a new path or adventure. I like to see this because, again, this is indicating that shift of energy that's coming. For those of you hoping to enter into a relationship, this is a great card for you. But in general, some of you just need to move forward. We need to move away from this place of low feelings. And the Fool is going to give us lots of new opportunities, adventures, hope. So a nice shift there. I always like to see a positive card on top of a not so positive card because, again, we want to see that shift, that correction. Then we have the Hierophant as our next clarifier. The Hierophant is a very traditional card. It's very conventional. It's very much so a card of conformity. And what I'm going to say here is with this new job for your spouse, partner, roommate, family member, it could cause some sort of change in your life. You may have to conform to this. Maybe they're going to start working nights and it's going to change your schedule, or you'll have to pick up the kids instead of dropping them off. It does feel like there's going to be some sort of shift, some sort of impact on you as well with this new money. It's not a bad thing, but again, it's some sort of shift that I'm seeing and feeling. Then at the bottom here, we have the Devil card. The Devil card is a card of greed, envy, materialism, obsession, and what the message I'm getting here, so whatever this Six of Wands, success, victory, award, recognition is, this is something that you've really, really wanted. Sometimes when I see the Devil card, it's almost being hyper-focused on something. So whatever this thing that you've really wanted as it relates to love, you've given a lot of energy, time to it. You're going to see it now with that Six of Wands. It's going to happen for you. So now let's move on to our fifth and final column, which is a message from our future self or spirit guide. We have the card Influence. I really like the card Influence. Two different messages coming through here, or reminders. One is a good reminder of all the things that you do have influence over. And two, it's a reminder to focus on those things that you can influence. So a reminder of what you can influence, and focusing on those things that you, again, can influence. But let's take a look here and read through the cards that we have in column number 5. The first card that we have is the Death card. This is, of course, not a card that means death, but it does indicate a big change, an ending, time to move on, some sort of transition or transformation. So things are definitely moving and shaking. Again, that's good because we want to be focused on the things that we can influence. I'm just going to scoot these up a tiny bit and get you in the frame a little bit better. The next card that we have is the Knight of Cups. We talked about the Knight of Cups earlier. This is very much so Prince or Princess Charming type energy, knight in shining armor, very romantic, very proposal. So I do think some of you are going to have that kind of transformation, entering into a new relationship or possibly advancing in your current relationship. This does seem to be love and relationship related. I should have mentioned that sooner. The next card that we have is the Two of Cups. This is another love card, which is very romantic love. It's a card of partnership, proposal, marriage. So again, that kind of next step, that transformation, whether it's transforming into a new relationship or advancing your current relationship. But let's clarify this last row here. The first card we have is the Queen of Swords. This is very self-sufficient and very honest. The message that I'm getting here is that you do need to communicate in this relationship. Be very clear on what you want. Be clear on what your expectations are. Be clear on what makes you happy and doesn't make you happy, Pisces. Communication being key there. The next card that we have is the Queen of Cups. I love the Queen of Cups card. If you look at this card, it's not even a cup on this card. It's more of a trophy than anything else. And you are the trophy, Pisces, and it's this relationship is going to treat you like the trophy that you are. So really, really great to see that as well. And then we have the Ace of Swords. Anytime we have an Ace card, it is a card of newness, but the Ace of Swords, again, it's new ideas, new clarity. It's really that next step in this relationship, whether it's new or existing. Now at this time, I'm going to give you the opportunity to ask 3 yes or no questions. We're going to use the Gypsy Witch fortune telling deck. If you don't have 3 questions in mind, you can pause the video and think of them. But for question number 1, we have the 4 of diamonds. This is the number 27 card. That's going to be a yes. Question number 2, we have the 6 of hearts. This is number 3 card. That's also a yes. And question number 3, we have the 5 of spades. This is the number 6 card. That's going to be a no. So yes, yes, no for you, Pisces. If you watched your video earlier this month, we did pull a card from our Healing Stone stack, which is a crystal to keep with you throughout the month of June. Your crystal is rock crystal, which is also clear quartz, which is good for clarity, purity, really helps with energy, helps you let go, move on with things, and it really helps you focus in on your aim in life, so those things you want to accomplish. Last but not least, we're going to pull a note from our Healing Notes deck. Your message says, to be beautiful means to be yourself. You don't need to be accepted by others. You only need to accept yourself. Thank you so much, Pisces, for tuning in, watching, and listening. Please do like, comment, subscribe. Let me know how this video resonates with you. Again, subscriptions help me greatly, and you'll be notified when I post future videos. If you feel inclined, I did include my Venmo in the comments box if you'd like to make a donation. But thank you again, Pisces, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your June.